In the next few lessons, we're going to dramatically improve our Playful Pals job so your operators can enter data quickly and accurately, make your customer happy, and make your company money too, which is the whole point. Just like the record format generator provided by DMAC, the standard job generator means you don't have to write any code using a programming language. We'll begin by looking at an existing standard job. From the main menu, let's choose Advanced Processing, D for File Definition, A for Standard Job, C for Change. We'll look at Survey. When we press Field Release on the standard job name, Unibase asks for file name protection. Unibase uses these characters as the first few characters of the batch name. The operator only has to enter a batch number. This makes it easy later on to run other Unibase programs on all the batches for a particular job. Recall the various ways of retrieving batches that you had in the lesson on displaying files. A standard job ties together various elements needed for a job under one name. The operator only has to key the standard job name and it retrieves the record formats, field edit, and file edit needed to key the batch. When we press Field Release, we see all these items. This is one big standard job. We see that in this job, the first format, UOMD1, links to Format 2, the second format links to 3, Format 3 links to 4, and all the way down to Format 10, linking to Format 11. We have more than 10 formats then in this job. How do we see the rest of them? We see it with a record forward command. Press function key 3, and then the cursor right, and we jump to the next page of record formats where we see 11 and 12. And notice that 12 links back to Format 1. You can specify up to 99 record formats in a standard job. And DMAC has customers who do have jobs that use almost all of them, mostly companies that specialize in entering payroll data. When you press Release, the cursor jumps to the name of the field edit. If you press Field Release, the cursor goes on to the name of the file edit. The next three items on the screen, maximum image size X and Y, and IDC for format number, are associated with image entry, and they will be covered in image entry lessons. The last item, environment name, could be used to customize different jobs by using environment variables. This is most definitely a topic for advanced programming. Pressing Field Release takes us to a new screen. The first screen had all the items needed for an operator to key a job. This screen has all the items needed for a supervisor to output a job. These items will be covered in a later lesson when we write and test our first output program. For now, I'll mention that the output device is where the output is written, and record and block sizes specify maximums the customer wants. An output program, which has been written specifically for the job, is put right here under Output Program Name. Requirements for outputting files is a valuable area if your shop is large. You can restrict output to files that match given requirements. That avoids giving a customer incomplete batches or duplicate batches. Go back to the lesson on file protection under File Functions to hear about what these various requirements mean. When we get all the way through these items, we get Release to Proceed. And we're through looking at this standard job, so we'll go create our own. We'll choose B, Create. We'll continue to use the name Play. By giving the same name to each piece of the job, the record formats, the standard job, any field edits, file edits, or output programs, we have a way of identifying them without writing down copious notes or looking at the standard job to find the name of the element we might want. We'll use Play as the batch protection. This forces any batches started with this standard job to start with the play characters. When I press field release, we go to the record format area. We'll enter play, link it to itself with an O1. Notice that this is similar to the enter a file we used in data entry. Only this time, Unibase will store it as a job, so an operator doesn't have to rekey all the data. We press release, and we jump to the field edit. We don't have one, nor a file edit, so we press release again. We jump to maximum image size, and since we're not dealing with imaging, we press release again. Now we use the screen used for output. Notice that this is a little different from the first one we looked at. This is because this screen has the defaults put in by Unibase. For now, we have to release all the way through in order to have our standard job get written. If we press Help to get out, none of our work will be saved. So what does the standard job do for our operators? Let's go see. We'll press Help, I to return to the main menu, B for data entry. This time we get to use Start a Standard Job. We put in play. And look, the first 4 characters play were entered as our file name. All we have to do now is put in a batch number. Let's put in 010, press field release, release to proceed, and we see our screen. That was certainly a lot easier than using item B, enter a file, as we did when we first tested our record format.